the soul consciously enters its embodiment. You start your earthly path entirely aware of what is in store for you and voluntarily give your approval. But your past memory will be taken away from you again, otherwise, you would cover your earthly progress under a certain amount of compulsion which would not be beneficial for your soul. Therefore, you should not complain about this or that stroke of fate, for they are all merely the means which are intended to help your souls attain maturity and which, with the right attitude, will indeed lead you to perfection. Thus, your will needs to aim in the right direction. This is the test of earthly life which you should pass and the reason for your life on earth. When you incarnate as a human being, all obstacles seem easily surmountable to you, and you gladly take them upon yourselves because you realize that it is the last embodiment in a shell, that you can live in complete freedom after your earthly progress is over. And it is indeed possible for you to liberate yourselves from the physical form through this earthly life if you always appeal to God for support. Thereby the soul demonstrates that it wants to fulfill its purpose on earth, it demonstrates that it acknowledges God and desires Him, or it would not call upon Him for His help. And then the soul will be able to overcome even the most severe strokes of fate, it will never have to bear them alone but receive much spiritual support, so that its earthly progress will also show periods of relief and it will always emerge from every test more mature. Yet without such trials it will be unable to progress in its development. It receives this realization prior to its embodiment as a human being, and it does not refuse to take the path on earth. If, however, it retained its past memory, then its intention and actions would hardly be free, it would constantly act under compulsion as well as out of fear of what is to come, even if it weren't granted complete clarification and knowledge of it. Nevertheless, as human beings you should know that you voluntarily accepted your earthly fate, and this knowledge should reassure you, insofar as that you should always remember that your complete liberation from the physical shell is possible, just as your earthly progress is destined to. You should be aware of the fact that you may always receive spiritual support, that God Himself wants you to return to Him and that He yearns for you, thus He will leave no stone unturned in order to make your return easier, and that you therefore need not fear anything which is destined to come upon you. For with His help, you will be able to surmount everything, with His help you will succeed in becoming master over His adversary who still keeps you enchained. He has no more power over you if you desire God, who is Father to all of you, who fought in Jesus Christ against his and your enemy and who defeated him too. And you need only ever pray to Him for strength, He will always stand by your side, He Himself will provide you with strength when it concerns living life on earth successfully, when it concerns overcoming everything that is difficult, that is imposed on you by destiny, so that you will mature fully while you are still on earth, so that you achieve liberation from every shell and will be able to enter the spiritual kingdom as free beings. Amen.